three-point territory. Outside Gasol. Here's Lowry. And that misses. That would have put him up.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Anderson.
Bulls trail by 3. Noah, the pass to Gasol. McDermott dishes to Lowry. Pulls up from the corner, and he nails the jumper. Lowry's got 12 points in the game. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Anderson against Lowry. Anderson outside to the paint. Here's Okafor. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter. And the Bulls making a change here. Rose is checked in.
Spacing, spacing.
Give it up for your dream team.
The team's deciding to change it up. Bulls trail by 7. The dish now to Dunleavy. Feeds it to Butler. Pass to Lowry. Jacks up a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
A minute 20 left to play here in the second quarter. It's blocked. Now running, there comes Lowry pushing the ball up. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Dunleavy.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Dunleavy. And now just a 4-point 76ers lead. Now recovering. The feed now to Embiid. Lets it go from the wing. That one rolling around and rims out.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute. And the transition defense now, guys, non-existent, invisible.
Yeah, 3 straight fast break buckets here. The D seems to be sleepwalking.
Now recovering, and Mirotic sends it back. Outside Lowry. Fires from deep. Some solid defense from Grant. Shot is off. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. 76ers ahead, up by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with David Lee. And David, you're back at home now after that road trip. Do you guys feeling sick?
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Props for the way you operated in the open court. Good use of the fast break. We caught him flat-footed a few times and got some easy buckets out of it. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively.
Okay, let's give a hand
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
In a big game for Okafor. 12 points and 3 assists.
Some changes for Chicago. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. And Freak subbed in for Derrick Rose. Taking a look at the Bulls, the big men are Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Lowry in at the point guard. Lee, a screen on Lowry. Here's Dawkins. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Butler with the steal. Fast break, here comes Chicago. And it's good. Now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
Anderson kicks to Lee. To the inside. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got 16 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Butler up top, and he's covered by Dawkins. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Second free throw, no good. Philadelphia leading by 3. Anderson passes to Lee. Gibson against Okafor. Plays it up and banks it in. 18 points for him.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Lowry against Anderson. Noah dishes to McDermott. Lowry drives in, and Okafor with the block. Lee kicks to Covington. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for Covington.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And it's Lowry penetrating, and he gets it to go. Lowry's got 14 points for the game.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Dishes it to Noel. Lowry with the block. In transition, here come the Bulls. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Butler.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
And Noel kicks to Grant. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Down low, and
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Marshall's checked in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
at the line
You know,
number 2.
and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
And Embiid drops them both. Bulls trail by 5. Lowry for 3. The offensive rebound. And Gibson kicks to Dunleavy. Lowry with the ball. 16 points for him. Here's Gibson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
For Philadelphia, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Now, here's Marshall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Down low. There's Noel. 4 on the shot clock.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
The 76ers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%.
That free throw missing. Pau Gasol is checked in for the Bulls. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Lowry passes to Dunleavy. For the lead, that's good from Lowry on the assist by Dunleavy. And that's 19 points for Freak.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end. And for the 76ers, Okafor's checked in, and Dawkins subbed in for Kendall Marshall. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Mirotic. McDermott comes in for Mike Dunley. Butler, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Freak subbed in for Rose. Noel is out there with Embiid. Then there's Okafor. Then there's Anderson. And it's Dawkins in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Anderson against Lowry. Anderson outside. Shoots a fader. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before, but it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
Just a sensational performance.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.